Okay, so I just wanted to make a video about something because on Thursday I was getting ready for work and or getting ready for my day in general, and I was carrying a whole bunch of things, and I didn't remember that my cat Jay was sleeping at the top of the stairs, and I stepped down on the first step and twisted my ankle. Jay didn't say anything, like he just disappeared. And I found out later that he wasn't hurt at all, but my foot, I looked at my foot and I thought, that's a really bad angle for my foot to be. And it hurt a lot. And I thought, don't you dare break because I have to go to work. So you just sort yourself out. And so anyway, whenever I hurt myself, I tend to really hurt myself. I tend to pass out. So I knew I was going to. I could feel it coming. I knew I had about 30 seconds before I was going to pass out. So I crawled over to the carpet in the hallway and I passed out. And then I had a few dreams and I woke up and remembered what had happened to my foot. And so the bones, nothing is broken, but the ligaments and things, it's like a sports injury. Anyway, the ligaments are problematic. Nothing was kind of, like I could tell things were kind of in the wrong spot and they were like confused and hurt. So anyway, I spent some time after I came to massaging my foot and sort of trying to bend it back and forth and seeing if, what the situation was. And I stood up and I tried to walk on it. And at first it seemed like I might be able to kind of hobble around. And so I got ready for work. And it took me a really long time to get my smoothie together, and I was already fortunately dressed and everything. I just needed to do the normal things like get a mask ready and all of that and pack my bag and everything. So when my day driver picked me up, I was hobbling and my foot was swelling up pretty badly. And I think I'm the kind of person that just charges through things, which is really not a good thing in this case because I probably was making it worse than it was. I should have probably put my foot up, but then I had to get ready for work. So anyway, my day driver picked me up and I hobbled over to the car as best as I could, and we switched. He was switching and I was the night driver. So anyway, so I got into the car and everything. I did the best I could. And then, and it was a really super busy day. It was a really good day. And then I knew that I had to get groceries. How did this go? I knew that I had to get groceries. So I stopped, like I normally do, at the grocery store, and I was just going to go in and get groceries. And I took about 3 steps, and I realized I couldn't take another step. Like my foot was swollen up and I knew that I was making it worse, and plus I was in terrible pain. So I knew I needed to call for help. So I called my boyfriend, Lyle, and I said, I can't walk. And he said, okay, drive your car to my house. And he gave me a cane, a wooden cane, and some supplies like a tensor bandage, and he gave me this spray for swelling, and he gave me kind of a pep talk and stuff. It's not my driving foot. of course, it's my left foot, my right foot I use for driving. So that's why I was still able to have a really good day, which I was having a fantastic driving day. A fantastic, it was a profitable day. But anyway, so then I had to go to the bathroom. So I asked him if I could go to the bathroom at his house. And I used the cane to go upstairs. And by the time I got back down, I knew I was going to pass out again. So I got back in the car, and Lyle watched me as I passed out again. And then I came to, and I was doing okay. I was fine. All of the blood had recirculated. Anyway, so I had my cane, and I knew I wasn't going to make any more stops that day or get out of the car at all. Even if someone had groceries, I couldn't charge them for the bag because I couldn't help them with any groceries or anything. And I couldn't do deliveries, but I could work. And I had an amazing day. It was a really profitable day, and I worked till midnight. And then I had to take a taxi home because I just couldn't walk. Even with the cane, I knew that it was kind of not a good idea. So the next day, well, even that day, I realized that I needed to find something that would allow me to go to the grocery store because I really needed supplies. So the next day I called Medical Arts, and I said, do you have one of those knee kneeler scooters? Because I've always seen people who have foot problems with them, and I thought that looks really fun, as well as being the perfect thing for me. So I called Medical Arts, and I said, do you have one of these? And they said yes. And they said they could deliver it around 2, but I needed it for work. I needed it right away. Even for in my house, I kind of needed it. So I called Amy's taxi where I work, and I said, I can pay a driver to deliver it to my house. And the person who delivered it was my day driver, which was funny. And he said later he didn't really realize it was for me, but I told him the story, and later I confirmed that it was for me. But anyway, so I had this amazing device, which I later looked up, and it was invented by a guy from the UK named Michael Reed, who was an engineer, and he broke his foot, and he needed a solution besides crutches, because crutches can be very, first of all, they're kind of painful, and second of all, they're, you can't carry anything, you can't really stop and put the crutches, you have to, it's kind of awkward, and this little scooter is so much better. Anyway, so that's how it got invented, and I'm really thankful to Michael Reed for inventing this amazing device, which I've been using ever since this happened. But anyway, so then I was able to do groceries. So my Saturday, which was May 1st, was the first day I had this scooter, which I just threw in the back of my car. But I was kind of reluctant to keep it there because customers have to put groceries in the back of my car and things in boxes. So I had it in there, but it was, they had to use kind of the back seat too. So I felt kind of bad about that, but what can I do? Anyway, so then I was able to get groceries. I had to do the banking, so I went and did my bank day with this awesome scooter. And being on a scooter in the stores is the most fun in the world. It's way faster than walking, and I wish that I could have a scooter in there all the time, but there's no excuse to have a scooter if you don't have a sore foot or anything, unfortunately. Maybe they could invent a store where you could go in there with scooters and everyone has scooters, but then you'd have to sign something maybe to say that you weren't going to bump into somebody, or if somebody bumped into you, it would be your own problem, they wouldn't be liable. Anyway, there's just a thought. But so I was able to do groceries, I was able to do my banking, and at the end of the day, and this is key, I was able to roll home, which I did the next night also. So that was Friday. No, it wasn't Saturday, it was Friday. And then on Saturday I rolled home too, and I'm still walking on the cane actually. I think probably like Saturday, by the end of Saturday, I knew that I should take the entire day yesterday, Sunday, to heal and elevate my foot, because I think I was making it worse by not doing that. I wasn't doing a lot of elevating because I was working. So yesterday I spent the entire day, like pretty much after I got ready for my day, I spent the day with my foot elevated, watching movies and stuff with Lyle. So that was really nice. And he helped me a lot with all of the things that I needed to do just to get around and do the things that I had to do, like get water and stuff. So that was really nice of him. And so today the swelling's gone down a lot. I sort of had the choice whether or not I wanted to clean my house, which is not, like, my house is not the way I usually like to keep it. It's never really the way I want to keep it, but now it's particularly, I did the dishes this morning, that's the main thing, and so that's nice. But other than that, I've been keeping my foot up and elevated, and the pain is really diminished because of keeping it up, and the swelling has gone down incredibly, and it's kind of weight bearing now. I can sort of walk on it. It was weight bearing before, but to a point where I probably shouldn't have done it. Like, there's a choice. I mean, you can make it bear weight, but do you really want to? Like, is it making it worse or whatever? So anyway, now I've got a huge bruise on my leg and my foot, and it's healing up really nicely. The swelling has gone down, and so I probably will continue to use a cane for tomorrow, but then I think I'll be done with the cane. I think I could probably start walking without the cane now, but long distances I probably shouldn't try. And so I'll probably keep the scooter for a whole week, because I rented it for a whole week, which was only $25 from Medical Arts. And so it wouldn't be helpful if you had a knee injury, because you really have to balance on your knee. So anything to do with the knee wouldn't be good, and it takes a lot of core strength to kind of control the vehicle when you're going at high speeds down the road, when you're on an incline rolling really fast. And it's not really recommended. Don't do that. I wasn't doing it too much, because every time you hit a break in the pavement, like, you don't know which way it's gonna jerk the stroller, or the scooter. But anyway, it's super fun, and it's only $25 a week to do it, and my foot is almost completely ready to walk on. Probably another day, and it will be. And so I'm super grateful just to not have broken it. And I know that it's hard to be this way. It's hard to, first of all, it's hard to decide, okay, do I want to heal faster, or do I want to get things done? That's important. And another thing I've realized is when you're kind of when it takes so long to do things, when you're leaving a room, you kind of want to do everything in that room and then make a little pile of things to take from one room to another. And you kind of have to abandon your feelings of perfectionism. Like I'm not a perfectionist because I do things well. I'm not by any means an advanced person in this world at getting my house clean or anything. I have high standards, but that doesn't mean that I achieve them at all, because I don't. Like, I already have problems with that. But when I only had like the ability to move at a really snail's pace, and every time I moved it hurt, I thought of I thought of some easier ways to move about in my house. And well, just easier ways to do life, when you're moving from one room to another. I've learned that having a bag where you just put things that have to leave the room, that was helpful. But anyway, it's funny. It's funny that this happened. And I have a respect now. Well, I always had a respect for people who make things work beyond all odds, like who are out there with injuries and disabilities and things like that. Like, that's major stuff. And, I think it happens to everybody at some point. It's just never happened to me before, because I've never had a sports injury, and I mostly am a writer, so I like to write most of the time and do art and things, and those things don't really stress your body very much. I like to jog in the mornings, and so I'm really excited. Maybe by my birthday, which is on the 13th, which is 10 days from now, maybe then I'll start jogging again in the morning, because I really like it. Anyway, that's the story of what happened to me, and all love and respect out there for people who make this work, and it lasts for more than a few days. I'm with you. It's not easy, and I know with my own job, I help people with walkers and wheelchairs and things, and people who are, just coming away from the hospital, and, every little inch you can get closer to the sidewalk and the curb so that person doesn't have to, make things worse for themselves, or makes it more convenient for them, or, if you have back problems are terrible, probably. Anyway, it's something that we'll all go through. I'm sure that this is, I'm sure that there are times when I'm going to be, needing support again at some point, and everyone goes through it. So here we are. This is what humanity is about. But I'm really super grateful for those who have, like Michael Reed, invented things to make things easier. And just wanted to tell a little story. And so, yeah, anyway, I'm doing much better. And I hope that you guys are having a great day. Okay, I'll talk to you later.